Hey everybody, I am Nikki Thompson-Frazier. I own Sweet Encounter Bakery, but today you're gonna learn more about me and my journal, A Life Worth Tasting, because I realize as I cook and I bake, I'm making an apple pie right now, I realize that life is meant to be savored. It's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be tasted. And if you are not tasting life, you are not living life. And so I am here as your girlfriend, Nikki, to tell you how important it is to live a sweet life, a life worth tasting. I'm so excited to share with you something that is near and dear to my heart. I have been working on a journal. I'm self-publishing a journal, and I'm so excited about it. But I want to tell you a little story first. So during COVID, I could not taste or smell. I got COVID like many people did, and I couldn't taste and smell. And so what this journal is about dealing with grief and loss and how to navigate and be able to conquer all of that through life's challenges. And how do you do that? By journaling, by writing, by taking notes, one day at a time. And so I created this journal because I knew that was what I needed in order to heal. So you may say, okay, what happened to you, Nikki? I'm glad you asked. Most people do not realize, but on my 40th birthday, my mom came to see me, and the next morning, she passed away. And she died in my kitchen. And I thought for the longest time, like, God, why my kitchen? Because it was always my safe place, the place that I loved. When I was a kid, my mom used to say, I love playing with the dishes more than I love playing with my toys. I played with the pots and pans, and I just would sit under her feet while she sat in the kitchen, cooking, cleaning, doing all the things that moms do. And I thought, why? The place that was my safe haven became the place of my worst nightmare. It's where my mom passed away. And it was 8 years ago, May 29th. And so I had to figure out over the last 8 years how to rebuild, how to pull myself out of darkness. I literally cried every single day. So much so, I would go to church, and for months, I would cry through the entire service. And one lady said to me one time, she said, you must have really loved your mom. Yes, but I'm also grieving. I'm dealing with PTSD, anxiety, because of all the things that happened and what I witnessed in my kitchen. And I just remember a month after it all happened, my youngest daughter was having a play date for the first time with a little girl that came to our house for the first time. Her mom was there. We're in the backyard talking with the mom. The kids go upstairs, they're playing. And next thing you know, I hear a scream. It paralyzed me. I started running in the house. I ran up the stairs. Halfway up the stairs, I literally collapsed. My legs gave out because I didn't know what I was going to see when I got up those stairs. That is what trauma feels like. That is what grief feels like. I literally had to crawl my way. I laugh about this now because I know it was a crazy image. Crawl my way up the stairs and then crawl my way down the hallway. And when I got to her room, I gained enough composure to stand up and go in and see what was happening. And guess what? She just pricked herself with the pin. Because she was putting on a dress, but I didn't know that. All I knew was that I was reacting from a place of trauma, from a place of grief, from a place of pain, and I knew I didn't want to live like that anymore. I was angry, I was sad, I was numb, I couldn't taste, I couldn't experience life anymore. All I could experience was the pain of what had happened to me. And so at first, I wanted to heal for my girls. I thought, I gotta do this for my kids. And then I realized I have to do this for me. I have to heal for me. And that was what made me decide that I needed to go through trauma therapy. So I did EMDR, I prayed, I journaled, and one day, one page, one journal at a time, it helped me to write my healing. It helped me to figure out how to transform my life, how to crawl out of that darkest hole that I was in and find a way to the light. I was able to start tasting again. I was able to feel again. I was so numb. And I know that I'm not the only one. I had a good career while I'm doing all of this. I'm still doing all the things and disguising all of my pain. And I know that there are so many women out there who are disguising their pain, who are going through some things and they need a lifeline. So this journal is a lifeline because it helped me to realize that just was a safe place. No therapist, no book, no friend could pull me out of that. What pulled me out of that was writing my honest, raw feelings, talking about the pain that I had and how I was going to get through it. That is what helped me. And sometimes we can't even share our darkest pains with the people that we love the most, but we can share it in our journals. So I just want to invite you to stop being numb, to stop living a tasteless life, and to start living again. Because guess what? This life is worth tasting. And so my journal is called A Life Worth Tasting because between you and me, we are going to taste life again. I literally crawled my way through the darkness, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and I did that through journaling. Literally every day, I wrote myself towards my healing one page at a time, one line at a time. So this journal is not just a little book that we're gonna write. It is a revolution. It is an opportunity for us to take hold of our lives, to stop playing small, to stop living tasteless lives, to stop being numb and just going through the motions, putting a face on and acting like we're okay, but to say that we're not okay, it's okay not to be okay, and we're going to seek our healing. We're going to create some journaling circles all across the country where you can tap in to people just like you who are journaling alongside of you, who want that friendship, who want that community where you can talk and you can share and you can process what you're writing. This journal is just 2 to 3 minutes a day. You get a 1-sentence prompter that will prompt you and give you something to write about that is meaningful, give you something to think about. And every month you can come together in these journaling circles and you can talk to other people who are on that road to recovery, on that road to healing, just like you are. So you are not alone. And I realized that I wasn't alone. And that's why I want to build this community. So it's more than just writing. It's more than just a journal. It truly is a revolution. So get ready. May 29th is the day that you can pre-order this journal. And guess what? It's after Mother's Day, but that's okay. You can still give it to all your girlfriends, your mother friends, anybody that you know who needs it. Yourself, a gift to yourself, because so many times we're always thinking about other people, but we don't think about ourselves. Like I said, I decided to seek my healing initially for my kids. I thought, I gotta do this for my girls, right? I wanted to show them that you can heal from trauma, you can heal from pain. And what I realized is that I needed to heal myself. Because when you heal yourself, then you can truly be able to give to other people. I can truly be present for my children. I can truly be present for my husband. I can be present, more importantly, for myself. And that's what matters most. So May 29th, I'm turning that day into a day of healing, to a day of celebration. It is no longer going to be a day filled with pain, with loss, with memories of my mom. She would want me to heal, and not only to heal, but to help other people, because that's the type of person she was. She taught me how to love and to pour into other people. And I watched how she took such care in her friendships. And so I know if she was here, she would be so proud and so happy and my biggest cheerleader and telling me, baby, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. Because for the longest time I kept thinking, why my kitchen? Why my kitchen? But I realize now that that was a way for me to transform into a woman that's even better than I could have imagined. And not only that, but I'll help other people transform into the person that they never knew they could be, because I am so much more joyful. I am so much more present. I love to belly laugh. And I tell you, for so long, I couldn't even laugh. I couldn't laugh because I was in so much pain. And now I can laugh. And that's the beauty of it. It's that from ashes, there is beauty. And you can turn something that was your darkest hour into your brightest day. So May 29th is going to be a bright day.